Ladies and gentlemen, before I say anything, I want to take this opportunity to pay tribute to our former Deputy President, Mama Jolly Mugisha, who passed away on the 24th of September last year. Today is exactly 1 year since we lost Mama Jolly. Mama Jolly was always a pillar of strength and courage within us. We strongly believe that today has fallen on this day, not by coincidence. Maybe there's a message that we are getting from the Almighty. Mama Jolly, rest in peace. We shall make you proud. We shall never give up your dreams. Fellow Ugandans, ladies and gentlemen, comrades in the struggle, I am deeply humbled and profoundly honored to accept your nomination to be the next president of the Republic of Uganda for the year 2026 to 2031, not 1926 to 1931. I thank you very much for the trust that you've continued to place in me ever since I offered myself for the first time for the presidential office in 2021. Today, my heart is filled with a deep sense of responsibility to deliver to that trust that you've put in me. Together, we have been everywhere preaching the message of a new Uganda. And today, with this nomination, we start on the final phase of our mission to freedom and true independence. Since our nation was born in 1962, every change of leadership has been written in blood, the blood and sacrifice of the common people of Uganda, the citizens of Uganda, and yet the leaders who always promised liberation have always delivered oppression. For 40 long years, one man and a small group of his relatives and friends have ruled our country on gunpoint. They have looted our nation and turned every institution of government into a tool of oppression. They have reduced the citizens of Uganda into slaves on their own land. They have reduced all of us into beggars, and they've turned our poverty into a tool of control. And yet, our country is not poor. Our country is rich. Our country cannot fall down. Our country will stand firm. Ladies and gentlemen, our country is fertile. Our people are hardworking and enterprising. We are rich in creativity. We are resourceful. We are energetic. We are young, and we are promising. Our country is one of the richest countries on the planet in terms of natural resources. So, my brothers and sisters, our problem is not lack of wealth. Our problem is lack of leadership. Leadership that serves the people instead of terrorizing them and exploiting them. Leadership that seeks to uplift the citizens instead of enslaving them. Sisters and brothers, this is not the first time that we stand before you with a dream of a new Uganda. We first made our attempt 5 years ago in 2021. Hundreds of our brothers and sisters were tortured. Many of them were arrested, and they're still in prison as we speak right now. Many were killed, and many are missing to the present day. And yet, we refuse to give up. I know that many of you are now asking, why then do we go to the polls? Why do we risk the tear gas, the bullets, the prisons, the torture chambers, the death, and all the mess that is awaiting us? My answer to you is this. We risk it all because the alternative is giving up, and that is 10 times worse. If we give up now, we shall have no moral authority to complain about what happens next. If we surrender now, that means that the fighting spirit of Rita Nabukenya, of Frank Senteza, of Yasin Kauma, and many others has been defeated. It means that they died in vain. It means betrayal. Betrayal of the comrades who have spent years in prison, counting on us who still have our little freedom, to continue fighting for their freedom. Therefore, ladies and gentlemen, no matter what happens to us, we must keep moving forward. Even if somebody tells you that our chance to freedom is only 1%, let us take that chance and fight. We have always been telling you about the protest vote, and today, let me use this opportunity to break it down in more detail. We have voted before. We have won elections before, and we have been rigged before. But the election this time is no usual election, brothers and sisters. We are going into this election as a way of protesting against the injustice that has been occasioned to us for the last 40 years. We are protesting, and the protest begins now. We must use this election season to rally the people of Uganda, to express their anger and to express their hope at the ballot box. We are going to use this election to protest legally. We are going to use this election to protest constitutionally. And we are going to use this election to protest non-violently. We must mobilize the people of Uganda to come out and vote in very, very large numbers. Numbers too big to rig. We must lay different strategies and make different plans to ensure that we, the people of Uganda, get our freedom in this season. Now, to our brothers and sisters in the diaspora, you, brothers and sisters, the Ugandans in the diaspora, you send so much money. You send more than $2 billion back to Uganda every year. In real sense, you are the biggest investors in Uganda. We know that many of you even fear to come back home because you know what happens to those that return home. Many of you don't risk the brutality. We know that Ugandans like Sam Mugumya, who returned from a Congolese prison, was abducted weeks ago, and up to now, he's missing. Nobody knows where Sam Mugumya is. We know Robert Kayingo Luja, a lawyer who was recently abducted from the airport, kept incommunicado for a month before being forced back in exile without even stepping foot in his house. The examples are many, ladies and gentlemen, but I tell you, my friends, we are fighting so that you can return to your home, to your families, to freedom and dignity. We are fighting so that you are received with roses and not handcuffs. We fight so that Uganda can give your children the chances and opportunities that you never got. That is why we fight. Now to General Museveni. I know you don't like listening to young people or even listening to anybody at all, but at least listen to your friend and bush war comrade, General Kainda Otafire. I want you to remember that Uganda was here before you, and Uganda will be here long after you are gone. You don't have to burn it down on your way out. The best guarantee for your legacy, for your security, and for what you and your people have earned in the last 40 years is to allow a peaceful, orderly, and democratic transition of power. That opportunity is available because we are not vengeful people. We still believe in peace. We still believe in justice. And yes, we believe in reconciliation. All we want is a free and fair election. No military violence, no police brutality. That is not too much to ask for. Let this election not be a military operation. Let this be a democratic election. That should not be too much to ask for. You are aware that for the last 5 years, your regime has done everything to break our spirits. Where farmers earn fair income from their produce, where traders are not suffocating under exploitative tax regimes. That is a new Uganda that we dream of. That is a new Uganda that we shall definitely get to. A Uganda where citizens can demonstrate on the streets about injustice, and the response of the government will be to listen to them and not to shoot them dead. A Uganda where jobs are not for the connected few, but for all those who qualify and are willing to work. Thank you. In the coming days, ladies and gentlemen, we shall unveil our manifesto, and we shall go ahead to paint a clear picture of that new Uganda that we dream of, that new Uganda that we believe. But ultimately, about leadership, that will be a Uganda where leaders will be serving the people and not the other way around. I tell you, my friends, that Uganda is possible in our lifetime. And with your courage, with our sacrifice, and with the grace of God, we shall reach that new Uganda. Now, as the National Unity Platform, even with the little resources that we had for the last 4.5 years, we have already demonstrated that we are able to use less and achieve more. We have managed to acquire the biggest political party headquarters in Uganda. We have launched the first school of leadership, and we have gone ahead to groom leaders at no cost to them. Leaders that will uphold our values and offer leadership to the next generation after we retire. We have supported families of political prisoners and missing comrades. We have refused to be compromised. We have held onto our principles even when it has come at great personal cost. We have pursued and secured sanctions against those who steal from our people and against those who oppress our people. We have kept the struggle alive, and we are growing even stronger. Now, to the international community, Uganda's freedom is not only for Ugandans. Uganda's freedom is for everybody. If Ugandans are safe, if Ugandans are not safe, neither are our neighbors, nor the international dwellers or the international community that always receives us when we go seeking for asylum. Please stand with us as we stand for democracy and human rights. Now, to our senior comrade, Dr. Kiza Besije, to our brothers Alex Waiswa Mufumbiro, Comrade Bobi Young, Eddie Mutwe, Achireu Chivumbi, Machete, Gaddafi, and all other political prisoners, we honor you, we think about you, we pray for you, and we are fighting for you. To your families and every Ugandan that has been affected in this struggle, please don't lose hope. Your suffering will never go in vain. Now, finally, to the comrades that I will be moving with on this campaign trail, the foot soldiers, the ordinary citizens of Uganda who have nothing else to offer to their country but their selves, their bodies. First of all, I thank you, brothers and sisters. We have stood together through the tear gas, through the bullets, through the beatings, through the abductions, through the courts, through the prison walls, and through the funerals. You have been my shield. You have been my eyes. You have been my courage. You have been my strength. You have been my friends, my true friends. Today, as we go into what is likely to be an even more violent campaign, I will be relying on you, my friends. We are embarking on a long walk to freedom. Whatever lies ahead of us is going to test everything that we are and everything that we stand for. But I guarantee you, brothers and sisters, freedom will come at the end of the day. Because after all, freedom never comes easy. Our grandparents shed blood for the independence of this country 62 years ago. Our parents shed blood for what they believed was a liberation 40 years ago. Our comrades in this very generation are in prison for this very struggle. They've shed blood for this struggle. Many of them are missing and they don't even have graves for this struggle. Let us carry them in our hearts. Let us carry them in our minds. Let us do this in their name. Brothers and sisters, the same courage and discipline that has kept us going since 2017 should be the same courage and discipline to carry us through this campaign. Your duty in this campaign, I must remind you, will not be to protect me. Yes, your duty in this campaign is not to protect me. It is to protect yourselves. It is to protect each other. It is to protect those ordinary people that come to support us on our rallies. I request you to be vigilant in every village that we shall enter and on every rally that we go to. Please be very solid and be very sober. Please be very calm and be very disciplined. Hope for the best, but prepare for the worst. Be careful, but don't show fear, because this regime wants us to be fearful. My brothers and sisters, I want you to understand what we are fighting for. We are fighting for a better Uganda. We are fighting for the farmers, for the border riders, for the young graduates who have no jobs. We are fighting for the ghetto people, those ghetto youth whose future is being stolen away in exchange for a few shillings. We are fighting for the ordinary children whose future is empty and we want to give meaning to. We are fighting for those police officers who are ordered to brutalize you because you are fighting for their children's future. And afterwards, they have to return to their uniport, to an empty house, to children with no school fees, and to a family with no health insurance. Please don't look at them as your enemies, because they are not your enemies. They are victims too. They also wish that things can change someday. Brothers and sisters, if we succeed, this country will be free and things will change forever. It will never be the same again. Unfortunately, if we don't succeed, nobody will ever believe that we did our best. That will mean that we are condemning our children, those that are born and those that are unborn, to slavery. And that is not what we should be doing. Therefore, brothers and sisters, failure is not an option. We must get our freedom, or at least die trying to get our freedom. I don't know how much danger is awaiting us on this campaign trail, but I know that we are going to keep moving with hope and faith. We are carrying the hope of our entire generation, a hope of millions and millions of Ugandans. Brothers and sisters, I want you to understand that this that we are carrying on our shoulders is a historical responsibility. So prepare yourselves. Hug your loved ones one more time and tell them that we are going to war. We are going to a war that we never chose, a war that we are not even trained for, but a war that has been imposed on us by our oppressors. We are facing an enemy that is armed to the teeth, and we are facing the enemy barehanded, only armed with the truth and God. We are fighting this because it is a duty that we must take on. We are fighting for our God-given right to live as human beings in our own country. We will never retire. We will never give up. We will fight until we are free, and I'm sure we shall be free in the end. This is not a matter of when, but it's not a matter of if. This is a matter of when, and we know that we are going to achieve our freedom. Brothers and sisters, I want to conclude by guaranteeing to you that are here with us and all Ugandans all over the world that in the end we shall be free. In the end, everything is going to be all right. And if everything is not all right yet, then that will not be the end. Thank you very much for God and my country.